Hey everyone, so today, no, we aren't talking about sprinkler heads, although we should probably do a video on that. We're going to be talking about compartments and what compartments mean. As always, I'm here with Drew. Say hey, Drew.
Hello.
And we had a question posed to us about somebody was replacing all their sprinkler heads on a floor of their hospital, and they were informed that they had to switch all of their smoke compartment to quick response sprinkler heads. That's not what the code says. So we wanted to go ahead and clarify what it says, what it means, what a compartment is. As we all know, we're under the 2012 edition of NFPA 101, the Life Safety Code. We reference that because that's what CMS has adopted. And we also know that hospitals are broken up into smoke compartments, and those are 22,500 square feet. But there's a different kind of compartment that when you're talking about sprinkler heads, you go to a different code. The sprinkler heads are governed, really, the installation of sprinkler systems is governed by NFPA 13. We're going to reference the 2010 edition of this code because that's what's referenced by the 2012 edition of NFPA 101. So a compartment, as defined by NFPA 13, is very different than a smoke compartment as defined by NFPA 101. NFPA 13 is thinking about the how to set off a sprinkler head, right? So a compartment is defined by 3.3.6. And basically, show them what a compartment is, Drew.
It is what you're looking at.
It's a room, more or less, right? It's a room with 4 walls and a ceiling. And the reason of that is, and there's a few exceptions, okay? I mean, you can have certain openings as long as you have mantles and soffits and things like that, okay? But we're not talking about that part. In general, when NFPA 13 requires when you change out sprinkler heads in a compartment, if it's a light hazard occupancy, you have to go to a quick response style head. And we're not talking about the newer editions. There's some changes in the newer editions of the code. We're just talking about what's currently adopted. But so if I change out one of these sprinkler heads here because of renovation or whatever, then I've got to change out this compartment's sprinkler heads to quick response. The reason for that is because of how they operate. And we'll provide some photos down below. This is a quick response sprinkler. It's actually got a 3mm frangible bulb. This one's green, so it's an intermediate temperature. Again, we'll do a video on all that some other time. But the standard response is either going to look, some of them, this one is just a standard response, I just know it. You can have a fusible link style quick response. They do make them, but this one is a standard response. Or we'll have a link down below of a picture down below showing a standard response frangible bulb, which is a thicker diameter frangible bulb than this, okay? And again, it's the performance characteristics of how they operate during a fire. What we don't want is if the fire occurs over here and I have a standard response head right here, but the rest of them are all quick response, then when it goes off, when this one goes off, it likely will not be the first one to go off in the event of a fire. It will be a different sprinkler head that is a quick response. And it all comes back to thermal lag and how that operates on heating up the fusible link and frangible bulbs, okay? So if you have to replace your sprinkler head in an area for a renovation or whatever, you have to do it all within that space, that compartment. Code does say, if you're doing a renovation, if we renovate this whole room, but we don't touch the sprinkler system, then we don't have to change out the heads to quick response, okay? So just a quick little video on compartments and how they're different from smoke compartments and some of the code requirements, and we'll post all those below. Anything we're missing, Drew?
Not that I know of.
Awesome. Till next time, happy learning.